Okay, Bosse Fanyajiola, you are the first one today. Welcome. Adebayo, welcome. Andrew Tarasuk, Tayebwa, Toye, Kike, Rita, Oluwayomi, welcome. Prince Solomon, Benga Ayodele, Flair Karin, Olukayode. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Fumi Adeusi, Ludovic, Paulo, Abiodun, Oluwasegun, Tiger, Prasantha, Abosede, Mendoza, Kolade, Thank God, Natalia. Okay, welcome. Good morning, everyone. Lola Shoronke, NS Ibong, Ayodeji, Irene Hart, Godwin Lawrence, Davis Vera, Yolanta, Ebony, Ola Martin, Darlington, Ladi Shoronke, Nikki Okoro, Purity Life, that's Pastor Sufficient there, Paul. Okay, let's go ahead and start sharing if you don't mind. So I would like to encourage you to go share the link. Please go back and share your link if you don't mind before we start. Let's go ahead and begin to share the link, please. Okay. I find out how you could share from your device. Sometimes you have your a sign of plus or a figure of a man to your left or right side. Press that plus sign and then it could lead you to share. You could also go back to your timeline if necessary to share it, so that we just have a few seconds before we begin. Today is going to be very intriguing. It's the last part that the last day that I'm going to talk about how to set yourself free from the grip of money. How to set yourself free from the grip of money. This is part 4. How to set yourself free from the grip of money. So we have to share this now and then we can begin. All right. How to set yourself free from the grip of money. I'm very sorry for yesterday, by the way. Yesterday we had some problems, some issues here with our internet. It just went off, so we wasted a lot of time on that. So sorry, but for those who are persevere, for those who are really ready to be patient and that persevered, I'm sure you enjoyed that of yesterday. I think yesterday's message was probably the most important one or the most impactful one for those who participated, who waited to the end. So you might want to go and look at the recording for yesterday's message because it was life-changing. It was life-changing. You need to go and listen to that. If you have listened to everything and you didn't listen to last night's message, you have lost a lot. So I would like to encourage you to go listen to it. And also, for those people who are not receiving notification, if you are not receiving any notification when I'm on, then it means you did not like the page. You did not like this page. You might have liked my publications, the video, but you did not like the page itself. You need to go and like the public page, this page where we are on right now. You need to go and press the like on the page itself. Then you will be able to get all the notifications of whatever I'm doing here on Facebook. So don't forget to do that. Then also, of course, sorry, let me get my books here. I hope you people who have the opportunity have ordered the book, Money Won't Make You Rich. That is on Amazon. and it will give you a lot of preparation for this topic that we're going through right now. And then for those who want to go with me to Nigeria, I also want to encourage you to go get a book on Nigeria and the leadership question. That will also be a blessing to you for sure. All right, here we go. I hope you're ready. So set yourself free from the grip of money. Set yourself free from the grip of money. And, I've talked about a lot of things, so I don't want to go back to what I've already spoken about. But for us to really to truly be rich, for us to truly be wealthy, and not to have the love of money, for us to be set free from the love of money, because to be set free from the love of money means to be truly rich. So if you are free from the love of money, it means you are indeed rich, you are indeed wealthy. Only the person that is free from the love of money could be truly rich. You might be rich, you might be wealthy, but if you are still under the dominion of money, if you are still under the dominion of mammon, then you are not rich at all. You are not rich at all. You are not rich at all. You are not wealthy at all. The person that must be rich, that must be truly wealthy, must first of all be set free from the love of money. So what does it mean to be truly rich? First of all, to be truly rich is to become master of money. To be truly rich is to understand money. So understanding money means that you know the laws of money. And I think next week we are getting into from Monday, I'm going to begin to talk about, I'm going to continue to talk about the laws of money and all the things that you need to know about money to really master money. Well, of course, what we have been hearing over this last week, is already good enough if you are really serious. But if you are just listening to my message and you listen just one time and you think that you understand it, I'm sorry. You might be left more confused than before you started listening to me. So for you to really understand any message that I give, not just because in any single message you have a lot of points, a lot of wisdom, a lot of understanding, a lot of insight in each and every one of them that you really need to listen to each one of them several times, because these messages are not the kind of messages that you hear every meeting or every time you listen to other preachers. So you might want to listen to these messages for more than one time so that you will really cement yourself in this truth. Anyway, so to be truly rich, it means you are free from the love of money. And I already explained to you what the love of money is. The love of money is when you are captivated by money, when you are driven by money, when you are driven by the desire to make money, when the desire to make money is your motivating factor, when that is the thing that is driving you, when you are being driven by the desire to make money, by the desire to have money. So when you are dreaming about it, when you are dreaming about money, when you cannot live a day without thinking about money and its influence in your life, when you are looking for it, when you are dependent on it, when it decides your decisions and it, is the one that takes your decisions for you. Either you have money, you say, I can afford this. You don't have money, I cannot afford this. So you are not the one in charge. You are not the one that really is the manager of your life. It is money that is really the manager of your life. Is the owner of your life. That is how the love of money is tested. That means that you have the love of money, only you are not aware of it. You are not consciously aware of it. But that still is the love of money, because money is the dominant force in your life. It's not you who is the dominant force, but it is money. You are working where you are working, not because that is the will of God for your life, but because you need to make money. You are going to school in the place where you are going to college not because that you are pursuing the will of God or the calling of God for your life, but it's only because that is the way, that is the profession or an area where everybody say you can make money. So you go and read medicine. and or some other cause like that. So many people are actually being dictated and being ruled by money, only they are not aware of it, and that is what we call the love of money. So the love of money, nobody is going to come around and say, oh, I love money, look, I just have passion. Because when you look at the word love, sometimes we kind of compare it to love in the sense of the way we love our children, our family, or the way we love good things. But this term, love of money, is actually referring to dependency on money. It's actually referring to the place of money in the life of a person, the dominant force of money. And so the money should not be the dominant force. And like I said yesterday, that most people, the most people who are more in love with money, or who have who are more under the influence of money, are not the rich people. Really, they are the poor people. The poor people are the ones who are really mostly under the influence of money, because without money they cannot do anything. People buy them for money. They buy their time for money. They buy their energy, their faithfulness, their resoluteness, their decisions by money. Because they need money, they need to put food on the table. They just need to do what they need to do, and just for money, people keep quiet. They don't speak the truth. Because of money, people go to the work they don't like. Because of money, people wake up in the morning, they go and do what they need to do. But it is actually money that's driving them. But the truth is that the thing that should drive us to do whatever we are doing first should be our desire to please God, that we know is calling upon our lives, and we are waking up just to live for that calling. What a life that would be, right? What a life that would be. That you are waking up every morning, you are just serving your master. You are doing exactly what you are born to do. You are sent to the world to do this particular thing, and that's exactly what you are doing. Some people ask me, where do you get the energy from, Pastor? You are so focused. You are so disciplined. You are doing this 2 times a day, morning and evening. You are so focused. If you know what I do apart from that on a daily basis, how many things I do, you not believe it. I still write 5 books every month. I still write 5 books every month. Yeah, that's in Russian language, but and I still do this thing I'm doing right now with you. So, and all these books have to be edited, even though I have some editors with me, but you still have to be the one controlling, reading through all the books, and, making sure that they get your thoughts right, and, telling them, correcting them. I still have to do all that. I still have to pastor people. By 5 o'clock our time, all kind of people begin to come to my house. We have training, fellowship, all kind of things. And then before then I have to go to town. So it's all business, busy. But then I still have to take 4 hours to get the message ready, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, and then 2 hours to teach, 1 hour in morning to teach, 1 hour to teach. So 6 hours altogether for me to just get the messages ready for you every day. So, but if you are doing what you know that you are called to do, if you are focused on the calling of God upon your life, it doesn't matter how difficult it is. You are enjoying the process. You like it. You are satisfied. You don't have contradiction in your spirit. You don't have contradiction in your mind that, oh, this is what I feel that God is calling me to do, but I have to be engaging in other things. I have to be doing the wrong thing. I have to be, I know that I'm not called to do this, but because I need to make money, I have to keep on doing this thing. I have to keep on going to this job, even though I am being paid well, or even though it's taking care of my need financially, but I'm not happy. I'm not a happy person. I'm not satisfied. I'm not fulfilled. But when you have that harmony that you are actually what your motivating factor, the force that is waking you up in the morning, that is forcing you to go and study more, that is making you to go and pray and fast and help people, and it's because you are doing exactly what you know that you are born to do. You have a lot of effectiveness. You have a lot of power in that. You have a lot of grace. You have a lot of freedom. You have a lot of harmony within yourself. You have a lot of peace. Even though you might be tired, even though you might be extremely, you might face a lot of challenges. You might face a lot of attack. But you are in your heart. You are living in peace because you are, living according to the desires of your heart. But most people in the world cannot tell you that today, unfortunately. Most people in our world today are forced to go to job and work for for the boss they hate, to go and engage in the work they don't like. They go and wake up in the morning and receive the salary that they think they deserve much more. And people are just living in controversy. People are living in conflict, and that is just killing them. And that's why most people die of heart attack. If you heard that people that die of heart attack, that because there's so much conflict going on in people's heart. So that's why all this, a lot of sorrow, a lot of depression, a lot of tragedy happening in life. So, but to be truly rich is for you to know that you have discovered your field, your calling, that you are living your full life, and that you are doing exactly what God has called you to do. That is when you are truly rich. When you are truly rich in God, you are fulfilled. You have a sense of fulfillment. You have a sense of belonging. You know that you are doing exactly what you are born to do, and that it is not money that is your motivation. It is not money that is driving you, but the sense that you are useful to God. You are useful to man. You are in harmony with yourself. You are in harmony with God. You are in harmony with your environment, with your surrounding, with your with the people around you. And that is what is real wealth. You are wealthy. You are rich when you live like that. So what does it mean to be set free from the law, from the power of money, from the dominion of money, and to be truly rich? When you are truly rich, you understand how money works. You know that money is not supposed to be followed. When you are truly rich, you know that money should not be your, the dictator. Money should not be dictating to you. So when you are truly rich, a person that is truly rich, he has known how to conquer the dictates of money. He has already mastered how to conquer the voices of money. So a man that is truly rich is the man that does not respond to the voices of money, to the dictates of money, to manipulations of money, and to the push of money. When you, like I said yesterday, when you are able to place down, a big amount of money, maybe $10,000 or $1,000 or $100,000 or $1 million, and it is there in your house, you are looking at it every day, and you are not even responding. If you are able to do that kind of exercise, you have money. Of course, there are always needs, but needs should not be your Lord. There are always needs. Needs are everywhere, every minute, every second. But you need to go and take yourself through this exercise. And the way to overcome and to really, overcome greed, to really overcome the dictates of money in your life, is to actually do the exercise. You have to actually do the exercise to disregard money. To useless money, in the sense that you are not being provoked by it anymore. You are not being driven. You are not being driven by it anymore. You are not being molested by money anymore. This is what I do all the time. Anybody that knows me, they know that I never carry money. I useless money. I disregard money. I want to convince myself, and I want to prove to myself that I can survive without money. Even little money, like $100 or $50, I don't even carry any cash. I believe that I am money myself. I am already wealthy. Of course, so what do I do when I need money? I ask the driver, give me some money, or take it from my wife later on when you get home, or anybody that, some people always carry money. Anyway, you are not like me, but I got used to it. I got used to not carrying money. So I don't even touch money. I don't even come across money. When I need money, I just give order and give instruction for people to do, for money to be taken from somewhere. I like so anyway. But you still have to go through that exercise. You don't need to do what I'm doing, that you don't carry money. Please, you do if you need it. But the idea is that you need to be able to practice this exercise, whereby you put money down, and for a week or 2 or 3 or a month you don't touch it. It's not that you put it down and you are thinking about it and holding yourself. Maybe in the beginning, yes, you have to hold yourself and really control yourself and really get panicky and nervous and be tempted. Should I go and use it? But eventually you must leave it until you feel that you are no more being tempted by it, or that you are no more being pushed to go and pick it or to go and use it. It's your money, it's your legitimate money, but you are not being driven anymore by it. So when you stop being driven by money that way, it means you have conquered the love of money. You have just conquered the love of money. You have just conquered the dictates of money and the lordship of money in your life. That is what it means. So you must be able to look at money, useless it, disregard it, and just, not be driven by your needs, not be driven by your lust, not be driven by the desire to go. That needs should not be your Lord. Problem should not be your master. Money should not be your slave master. So because money is a good slave, so but it will not be a good slave to you once you are obeying his order. So because whenever money comes to the hand of anybody, it doesn't matter who you are, the first demand of money is to begin to tell you and suggest to you, oh, you remember that thing you want to buy? Oh, you remember that person you want to give money? Oh, you remember that person who came? You remember this thing you want to do? You remember that? Oh, okay, you have to. Oh, this money might not even be enough, self. Maybe you need to even use more money. Oh, let's quickly, go and do that. So that is why God called Mammon God. He said either you are serving Mammon, worshiping Mammon, or you are worshiping God. So because just like God demands obedience, that is the same way money demands obedience. So money is always demanding obedience. Money is always pushing you. It's always telling you what to do. That means you are in love with money. You are under the power of money. You are under the influence of money. But the people who are really rich, people who are truly wealthy, they have learned to tell money, relax, yo, relax. I don't even relax. And they don't touch it. They have their peace. And then when you already overcome that temptation and that push to go spend, when you have already have your peace and you have disregarded it, you are no more being pushed by it and being driven to go spend it. When you are already having that harmony, then in your peace of mind, when you are already in your state of harmony with yourself, with cool-minded, state of mind, you can now begin to think, okay, what do I want to do with this money? First of all, you begin to use the principles of money and the laws of money. That, okay, I need to pay God, give God his due, pay tithe and offering. Okay, apart from that, what do I need to do next? Okay, I need to pay myself. What do I want to pay myself? Paying yourself is putting aside some money that you will use for your children, that you will use for your future, and that you will put into investment. So you want to do that before you begin to think about all your bills. Because bills and the things that you need to pay for, are also one of the ways that money dictates its lordship and enforces its lordship over you. But put them in the last position. Even your debt, put it aside first. Only let everything else comes after God and after you. You are supposed to be the master of your life. You are the one who work for this money. You are the one that will go to work all the time. You are the one that is exchanging your life for the money. You are the one, that is working for hours to get this money. Why is it that you don't even consider paying yourself? But that's another law of money that we must all know. So anyway, but you cannot ever practice this, to put things in their right order until you have overcome that drive, that push, that dictate that comes from money. Okay. So that is a person that is truly rich. So when a person is truly rich, he has overcome the dictates of money. The next point, when you are truly rich, you know what to do with money. You know the order, because there are rules of how to treat money. And some of the things are the ones I told you. You honor God with money, and that one of the reasons you have to honor God with money is to prove to God, and that's why God instituted tithe in the first place, to be able to freely take from yourself and let it go. Give to the God of all creation, to the person from whom all blessings flow. And also, you prove to God that way that that money is not dominating you, that money, that you are ready to let it go. So tithe is a way of proving to God that money is not your Lord. Tithe and offering is a way of proving to God that I can let go, not just this 10%, but I can let everything go. So, and it's a good exercise as well. So, but that is the first rule with money that you need to abide by, and the first priority, the first order, and then pay yourself is another rule of money that you need to follow, and then savings, and then investment, and then before all kind of things that you need to do. So if you are truly rich, you know exactly what to do with money, and you don't come under all pitiable situation when everybody wants you to pity them, and emotions are flowing left and right, and you are using the money you're supposed to save for your future, the money you are supposed to pay yourself with, the money you are supposed to put in investment, you are using it to go and do pity party, and to go and be giving to people who are just calling on you to pity them. And then, you don't have a future. Later on, somebody will be pitying you tomorrow, because you are just as bad as them now. You are just as poor as those people you are trying to help yesterday. Now, somebody has to help you too. So, you don't want that to happen with you. You want to put your priorities right. So people who are truly rich, they know how to put their priorities right when it comes to money. They know the loss of money, how to manage money, and how to overcome money. They also know how to put money in its right order. But people who are not rich, people who are under the power and the love of money, they don't know how money works. They don't know how money should be in its right order and things like that. So they are, just messing everything up. They're just messing everything up. Patricia Agbino said, "Wow, where have you been, sir? If only I had this information before, I would have been in a better place than now." Where have I been? Yeah, I would confess that I've not been coming out to the world, to the Western world. It's just now that I started speaking in English. Normally, for the past 30 years of my life, I've been living in the former Soviet Union, and I would just speak Russian language, and most of my teachings, even on money, are only in Russian language, and most of my books are also in Russian language. So I've not been having anything to do with the Western world. Yes, I have some messages in English, but that is because I preached them when I was traveling out of Ukraine, when I would travel to preaching places. That's why I have so many messages. By the way, all my messages are free, and they are available on the internet. If you go to SundayAdelajaBlog.com, you'll find about 400 messages for free. So yeah, I have not been in public. People might have known my name, but unfortunately, they don't really know what Pastor Sunday stands for. They don't know my content. They don't know my quality. But I think this idea is like somebody told me yesterday, Pastor Sunday, is like God created this live stream just for you, because I'm the only human being on earth that is using live stream like this. There is no other human being on earth that is using live stream like I'm using on Facebook like this. I'm not just the only preacher, but the only human being that is doing that. And you cannot believe what God has done since I started doing this. I started this about 2 months ago. And at that time, the highest coverage that we were having was like 1 million, 2 million people. Since I started having this, you can't believe the figures on my Facebook. Last 2 weeks, or last week or 2 weeks ago, we celebrated 30 million people coverage every week through my Facebook. Today, as I'm talking to you now, my Facebook is reaching 70 million people. Actually, today is 70. This morning is 74 million. 70 million people. That is what my Facebook is reaching every day of the week. 70 million people. I'm not saying 70,000 or 7 million. 70 million. That's going to, I think maybe one day we'll get to 100 million. And that's partly because of this thing I'm doing. Because this particular program I'm doing, if it fails, if it doesn't reach anybody, it reaches at least 100,000. That is the least we've ever had. And, but normal, the average number we have is 500,000. Yesterday was over 500,000. Every single one, 500,000 in the morning, 500,000 at night. So in a day, I reach just through this daily broadcast alone, 1 million people reach. Now, not all of them watch, but they see it. Rich are the people who got it and see it and saw the information. But the people who watch it are maybe 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, but that's each one, each time. So, somebody said, Pastor Sunday, I think this thing was created for you. Maybe Facebook created it for me. Maybe Facebook that I'm even using it as the creator of Facebook itself. So I think now, you will not be asking where have you been anymore. I think now you will be able to see more of Pastor Sunday and his quality and what he brings to the table. And I want Nigerians to know that those ones of you who are afraid of joining my team to go to Africa with me, because I have a team now I call Nigerian Transformation, and you are thinking the problem of Nigeria will overwhelm me, it means you don't know Pastor Sunday yet. I'm sure since you have started listening to me now, you will know that Pastor Sunday is another breed. And some of you who have been writing this here, you might be right that the world has never seen anything close to Pastor Sunday. It's not because I'm bragging or I'm talking good about myself, but I've traveled all over the world. I couldn't believe it before, but I've traveled all over the world, and I've discovered that I've seen them all, and there is nothing close to what Pastor Sunday is doing or has done in this Ukraine. But I'm going to take it to Nigeria. And my anointing is not even to talk about or teach or preach. I don't count myself as a good preacher or as a good speaker. I don't even count myself as a preacher or a teacher. I'm a lover of God, number one. But my real anointing is to change nations. I know how to do that. That's my specialty. So I need to take that back to Nigeria. So don't be afraid for me. Don't be afraid for me. If you want, you can pray for me, but don't be afraid for me. Those people who are saying, let him come, we will see what he will be able to do. They will be shocked. They will think nothing has happened in Nigeria before, because what will begin to happen in that country will blow everybody's mind. That's why please go and read this book, Nigeria and the Leadership Question, if you can get it on Amazon. But, if you feel that you want to be, in your lifetime, you want to be able to witness how a nation could be changed, or how a nation could be transformed, and be a witness to it and be a part of it, then you want to join my transformation team to Nigeria. And for that, write to me, pastor@godembassy.org. That's where you write to, pastor@godembassy.org. Or, you might not write to pastor@godembassy, you might write to my foundation straight, which is Nigeria@SundayAdelajaFoundation.com. Nigeria@SundayAdelajaFoundation.com. Anyway, it's that lady that was asking, where have I been? Have I been in this world at all? Have I been on continent Earth? Yes, I've been here, but I was behind the iron curtain, busy, because I like to be focused. So I was busy with what God asked me to do, and I believe that my focus was for Russia at that time. So I was just busy being in Russia. I didn't care for all the uploads from other places, But now I'm going to reach out to the world, but the world is secondary to me. When I go to Nigeria, I'm going to be busy with Nigeria full force, and that will be where I will be. So anybody that wants to see me, we have to come over there to Nigeria. People are writing me every day, come to France, come to England, come to America. No time. I'm going to be busy with my job. Maybe I will be seeing you thank God for Facebook and for live stream. You want to see Pastor Sunday, go to Facebook or go to my SundayAdelajablog.com. Anyway, that's a little bit of distraction. So when you are truly rich, you dominate and rule over money. No, and you don't allow money to dominate and rule over you. When you are truly rich, and that's the way you get yourself, you break the grip of money over your life. To really dominate money. And one of the ways you dominate money is, you just close your eyes at the money for, say, a few weeks. You don't even pay attention to it. You let all the desire and the push from it just pass you. Then when you are already cool-minded, then you begin to master it. So money is a good servant. When you can master it, it's a good servant. But if you don't know how to master money, and if you don't master it, if you don't know its laws and its rules, it will be your master. It will be the one that is commanding you. It will be the one that is using you. It will be the one that is dominating you. So don't let money dominate you. Don't let money rule over you. You learn to dominate money. You learn to rule over money and be its master, and it will be a good servant to you. For that to happen, you need to know the laws of money, You need to know the order and the principles of money, and you need to be truly rich. Like I said today, I've just told you what it means to be truly rich. Let me give you some other points on how to be truly rich and to be truly free from the grip of money. A person that is truly rich and that is truly wealthy and that is out of the grip of money, a person that does not have the love of money, a person that is having dominion over money and that money does not control, we look at money differently. That person will look at money differently. A lot depends on how we see money. Most people that know the loss of money and that are free from the power of money, from the dominion of money, they look at money only as a tool. They look at money only as a tool. For example, this book is a tool. It's only a tool. Why? Because the real purpose of this book is the information that is inside. It's the information that is inside. So it's just the paper itself is a tool. The real thing that I need is the information inside. So it's a tool. I just go use it to get myself prepared to add value to myself, to get the information that I need. So this iPad or any other iPad is a tool. It's a tool. iPad is a tool. And, it's a tool. Like the iPad is not the purpose. It's not my life. It's not. But when it comes to money, people forget. They lose themselves because money wages so much power that people forget that it's a tool. So actually yesterday night, if you didn't listen to yesterday night's broadcast because it was freezing, I would really like you to go listen to that recording, because I said yesterday that you must be able to look at money just as sheets of paper. Just look at it as just pieces of paper. If you succeed in looking at money as piece of paper, and not be moved by it and not be driven by it, then you are rich. You are truly rich. So people who are rich, people who have mastered money, they have one thing behind them, behind their mind. They have this solidly established in them that money is only a tool. Just like when when I like to talk about tools, or talk about money as a tool, I like to use the example of utensils that you use to eat. When you are going to the table to eat, you have your fork, you have your knife, you have your spoon. Those are tools. But your goal at this particular time are not those tools of fork, knife, and spoon. Your goal is the food. You want to eat the food. So the fork and knife and all that are just tools. They are utensils that you use. So you don't worship the fork and knife and those utensils that you have. You go and you don't eat them. You don't eat the fork. You don't eat the spoon. You don't eat the knife. You eat the food. Food is your goal. So that's a tool. It's a tool that helps food get to your mouth. So that's how we should be looking at money. Money is a tool that we use that helps us to fulfill the purpose of God. Money is a tool in our hand that we use to, establish our goals in life. Money is a tool that we use to fulfill God's purpose for our lives. Money is a tool that we use to bring about the intentions of God on the earth. Money is a tool that we use to advance the kingdom of God. Money is a tool that we use to bring about His righteousness. So money is just a tool. So you just look at it as, the fork or the knife or the spoon that you use to eat. So, or the plate that you use. Those are tools. So, but people who have mastered money, they don't worship money because they know it's a tool. They don't pay too much attention to it. They don't take it too serious. They respect it. They have the right attitude to it. They value it, but they don't worship it to the extent that, is the one that is now controlling them or ruling over their lives. That is one of the key, thing that will help you to actually overcome the dictates of money, and that will deliver you from the love of money. If you see money other than a tool, then you are probably going to be under its dictate. You are probably going to be under its control, and then money is going to be dictating to you. It's going to become your lord. It's going to become your master, and you are going to, come under the influence of money, and you'll be worshiping money's son. So that is one difference between people that know how to relate to money, that are free from money, that are truly rich, and the people that are under the influence of money. People that are truly rich, people that are truly wealthy, or not wealthy, because you could have money and still not look at money properly. But you could be a rich person, just like the young rich man. You could be a rich person and still be worshiping money, and a lot of them do. Most of the people who are rich also worship money, because they are seeing money as their all in all. They are seeing money as their trust, as their defense, as their life. So because they are worshiping money, they are in love with money. So both the rich and the poor could have the love of money. But when you are free from money, when you are truly rich, then you don't look at money as something too important. You don't take money too serious. Just look at it as a tool of fulfilling the will of God, as a tool to establish the purposes of God on the earth, as a tool to bring about His kingdom, as a tool to expand His righteousness upon the earth. And also it's a tool for you to buy treasure in heaven. Like Jesus said, don't pile up treasure on earth for yourself. Gather up treasure in heaven. And the way to do that is through money. If you have money, you'll be able to get a lot of people saved. If you have money, you'll be able to do a lot of good work. If you have your priorities right, of course. You'll definitely be able to do more with money than without money. Why? Because the Bible says money answers all things. That's just the way it is. Money is just the tool we use to do whatever we want to do. And it's also a tool to please God. So when you read the Bible, you see that a lot of God's patriarchs and a lot of people, who really loved God and served God, like Abraham, Isaac, Jacob and all those people, they had money. They controlled money. They mastered money. They had a lot of money because they were dominating money, and they were using money to buy treasure for themselves in heaven. So we too, how will you buy treasure for yourself in heaven if you don't have money? Of course you could. You could be kind to people, love people. But if you have a lot of money, if you control a lot of money, you'll be able to do much more. So that's why I believe that every believer must be a millionaire. Every believer can be a millionaire. It's not difficult. It is easy, but you must be taught to control money, the loss of money, and how to become a millionaire. And even not at least a millionaire. In that my book, Money Won't Make You Rich, I spoke there why every believer must be a millionaire and how every believer must be a millionaire. Not just should be a millionaire, but must be a millionaire. So, if you are truly free from the love of money, you will see money only as a tool. And the next point, when you are truly free from money, from the love of money, and when you have the right attitude to money and you are truly rich, you will see money only as a means of meeting the needs of your needs. First of all, your needs. Money is only a means, a tool, a means that you use to meet your needs. So it's a means of solving problems. So money is only a means of resolving situations, of solving problems. So you use money to solve your problems, to meet your needs. Number two, you use money as a means to resolve God's needs, to solve God's problems. God have problems. God have His needs. God wants us to be the ones solving His needs and resolving His problems. So money is only a means of solving my problems, my needs, meeting God's needs. And money is also a means of meeting the needs of others, the needs of people around me, the needs of the world around me. So money is a means of meeting needs. Money is a tool of solving problems. Money is only an instrument, in my hand that I use to help people, to help myself, to help God, to resolve problems, to bring answers, to bring solution, to, to bring about, solution to lives of people. So it's just a means. It's just a servant that I use to, to meet the need of God, to meet the need of man, to meet my need. So it's just a servant in my hand. It's something that I command. It's something that I control, that I rule over. Oh, it's a pity I don't have money in my hand right now. Let me see if I could show you money here. Okay, yeah, I think I can show you one. There is a book here I wrote about money in Russian language. Oh, I have someone here. You have US dollars? I need US dollars. You don't have US dollars. Okay, he doesn't have. These are Ukrainian money and Swedish money. Look at US dollars here. Can you see US dollars here? Okay. I'm sure you know this information anyway. Everybody that has seen a US dollars before, a US dollar bill, you will see that the US dollar has a word, a phrase that is inscribed in it. It's called "In God We Trust." Can you remember that? Do you all know that there is a phrase like that in US money that is called "In God We Trust"? You can't see it here, of course, but "In God We Trust." You know what I discovered when I was writing this book, Money Won't Make You Rich? What I discovered about that phrase, and maybe this is my own fantasy. Maybe it's not true. Maybe because I was not there when those people came up with that inscription, I was not in their mind. I was not there. I didn't seek advice from them, and I didn't, ask them why they put the inscription. I didn't know who did it, but I think it should be Franklin. It should be Benjamin Franklin who did that, because that is one of my heroes, and he's the one that designed the money. So what I think that they are trying to say, the founding fathers of America, what I think they were trying to say is that they were trying to say, even though this money is powerful, and as powerful as money is, I think what they are trying to say is, we are trying to say to ourselves, and we are trying to say to the world, that as powerful as money is, we want to, everybody that will ever hold this dollar bill, $100 bill, or $1 bill, any piece of money, that we are not trusting in these pieces of paper. We are not trusting in you, dollar. We are not trusting in you, money. We are not trusting in you, this piece of paper. We are putting our trust in God. I think what they are trying to say really is that, they are trying to pass a message to all of us, that anytime you owed money, anytime you owe this money, that you will be tempted. These are Swedish money. My friend that is here, Pastor Rory, just brought them to me. When you look at them like this, they said, they are trying to pass us a message that this money will try to control you. Money will try to dictate to you. It would like to tempt you to put your trust in it. And they are trying to say, please don't fall into that temptation. Don't agree to put your trust in this money. Don't ever make it your trust. Never make money your trust. Let God be your trust. And I think that is what the founding fathers were trying to say. I think the founding fathers were trying to tell us that no, we don't, even though this is money, even though money is powerful, but we want to tell the money itself, please, we are not going to put our trust in you. Our trust is in God Almighty. That's why they said, even in the money itself, where have you seen that people will write their motto, their slogan, their belief system, their principle on money? I mean, you don't write principles on money, but here it goes. They went and did that. They were declaring to money in his face. They were declaring to Mammon, to the god of Mammon, in his face, that, oh wow, someone is writing here that you are insane. Is that to me? Is it me? He's saying I'm insane? Oh, Paul, he said one Paul. You shouldn't be calling anybody insane here on my program. You know what? I might just remove you, Ali. Your name is Ali. Who are you calling insane? If I don't understand who you are calling insane, I might just remove you from here, Ali. We don't want you to be abusing people here, okay? We don't want you to be abusing people here. Okay, it is Paul they are calling insane. Okay, well, I don't know what that Paul did, but don't call him insane. Well, don't worry about that. Anyway, but the idea is this: we are not. Supposed to look at money and put our trust in it. And I like what those Americans did, what the founding fathers did. They were looking right in the eye of the U.S. bill, the dollar bill, and said, they were telling dollars and tell dollars that, hey, dollar. Dollar, we don't trust in you, and they wrote it right in the face of dollar itself, and they wrote it right on dollar that dollar, we don't trust in you. We are not putting our hope in you. You are not our defense. You are not our stronghold. You are not our trust. We put our trust in God. But unfortunately, even preachers today, we behave as if we put our trust in money. The way people talk about money, the way people, push church members to gather money to give offering, the way people, I heard, people I even heard yesterday, somebody was telling me that that someone, came to a preacher came to a certain church, and then, they were doing all kinds of offering. So every day after he finishes preaching, and he prays for people, he will now tell people, if you want God to answer this, my prayer, if you want the effect of my prayer to remain with you, you need to give some more money so that the prayer will stick, so that the prayer will remain. God will answer your prayer and my prayer. Every prayer I pray for you, you must cement it and seal it with money. So they're doing all kind of money gimmicks in the church, all kind of deception going on in churches. And that is so sad, because we are not making a statement that dollar, we don't trust in you. With the statement we're trying to make is that, dollar is almighty. And some people even say that almighty dollar, but the founding father, somebody has brought me a dollar. The founding the founding fathers of this money, they have said, we don't trust in you. We don't trust in, it's written here. Can you see? In God we trust. They are trying to say, we don't trust in you, dollar. We don't trust in you. We trust in God. We trust in God. God is our trust. Not you, dollar, is our trust, but it is God. And that is one message that this message is, I'm seeing from this message, that in God we trust. So money is not supposed to be your trust. Money is not supposed to be your stronghold. Money is not supposed to be your hope. Money is just supposed to be your defense. It is God that's supposed to be your hope, your trust, and your defense. So money should not be trusted, because when you trust in money, then you worship money. And that is the problem that young rich man faced with Jesus, because he was trusting money. But another message that I'm hearing from this is that these founding fathers were trying to tell us that for the founding fathers, we are passing a message to you. Anybody who will ever touch money, anybody who will ever owed our money, our US dollar or US dollar bill, please read this message that we have for you. Over generations, over hundreds of years, we are passing the message to you that never you trust in money. Never make money your trust. Never make dollar your trust. Never make dollar your hope. Never make dollar your defense. Never make dollar your stronghold. And they are telling us, they wrote it right there. And they know that everybody who owes dollar will have the opportunity to receive that message. One of the greatest messages, of the kingdom. One of the greatest ways to propagate the right value and the message of the kingdom of God. That we don't trust in money. We don't trust in money. And anybody who ever owes this, please never trust in it. Because when you trust in money, money captivates you and eventually destroys you. Anybody who puts their trust in money, they are enslaved by money. And anybody who puts their trust in money, they are not just enslaved by money, but they are destroyed by money. And of course, when you put your trust in money, it means that you are not worshiping the God Almighty. Even though you are a pastor, even though you lead a congregation, you are worshiping the God of Mammon. The God of Mammon. So I like this message. I like this idea that of the American founding fathers. But today, it's like nobody is seeing it. Maybe they see this statement, but they don't really know the value of it. And today, most people put their hope in money, really, especially in dollar. And God has, elevated this money. He had, made it the strongest money. The strongest economy in the world. One of the most influential currencies in the world. But unfortunately, too many people are putting their faith in dollars. Too many people are putting their faith in it, but they shouldn't. The founding fathers urged us not to put our faith in it, not to put our trust in it, but to put our trust in God. So I hear the founding fathers through this piece of paper. I hear them clear and loud. And what I hear them say is that the reason why we wrote "In God We Trust" on dollar is that they are trying to say to us that we don't trust in these pieces of paper. They probably have had the right perspective that money is only a piece of paper. Only a piece of paper. Our trust should not be in pieces of paper. Our trust must not be in piece of paper. Our trust should be in God, not in money. That's why they wrote it. It is in God we put our trust. It is in God we trust. It's our defense. It's our solution. And of course, yeah, you are right that some people are asking that the phrase should be removed because of ignorance. People just don't think deeply. And I'm very sorry if it's going to be removed. It's very, very sad. Very sad. But they have not removed it yet, and I hope they will never remove it. Well, another thing you want to know about money, if you are going to break the strong hold of money upon your life, you must know this, that if money becomes your master, if money becomes our master, if money becomes our master, then our lives will show its fruits. If you don't dominate money, if you submit yourself to the power and dictates of money, if money has too much influence over your life, then there are some fruits that influence will bring. The influence of money is very bad. When money is the determining factor, is having the greatest influence over your life, when you depend on money, when you follow money, when your purpose and agenda is to make money, and your purpose and goal becomes money making, then your life will show the fruits of money. Your life will show the fruits of money. So what are the fruits that money produces? I mean, the love of money produces. What are the fruits that the love of money produces? When you have the love of money, it will produce in your life the fruits of pride. Anybody that has the love of money will be prideful. Because you are trusting in it. You are using it as your support, as your stronghold, as your trust, as your energy, as your pride. So you'll be prideful because you trust in money. Because you love money, you'll be arrogant. Money, the love of money, breeds in people who love it arrogance. That's the fruit of money. It will breed in you self-centeredness. You will not be focused on being rich towards God. You will not be focused on being rich towards man. You will be focused on being rich on your own richness, on your own wealth. You'll be thinking about yourself more. You'll be thinking that I am this and this. You are as if you are too important. You are more important. You'll be not seeing other people as a creation of God, as God's image. You will not be seeing God in other people. You will not be seeing the image and likeness of God in other people. You'll be seeing yourself only your own goodness. You'll be self-centered. You'll be self-centered, and you'll be living for yourself, not living for God, not living for the purpose of God, not living for men. I mean for others, but you'll be living for yourself. Those are the fruits that love of money produces in you. Then you'll be dishonest. When you really love money, you will look for any means of getting it. And one of the means that people use to get money is dishonest ways. They are being dishonest. And even preachers use dishonest means to get money from other people. It's so sad. I mean, they exploit members of church, and they deceive. They use deceit to get money from people. And that is because money is your Lord. Money is your God. Because you are in love with money. Because you are not free from the love of money. And of course, another fruit of money, when you are in love with money, another fruit that will be manifested in your life is greed. You will be driven by greed. Greed will get a hold of you. It will master you. Greed will conquer you. Greed will enslave you. Greed will just dominate your life. You will be greedy. It's a horrible thing. And of course, envy and all kind of things, strife, fight, hatred, and conflict, all kind of negative things follow the life of people who have not overcome the love of money. And that's why I'm calling this message, what I called it, set yourself free from the grip of money. Set yourself free from the grip of money. So we don't serve money, everybody. I want you to know that as I complete this series, that we don't serve money. We serve the Creator, while money serves us and God's purposes. So we don't serve money, we serve God, the Creator. And we conquer money, we dominate money, we make money, and so that we will now use money to serve Him better and to fulfill His purposes on earth. We use money to serve God and His purposes on earth. If money does not serve God's purposes, it will serve, it will serve other purposes, Satan's purposes, your purposes, and evil purposes. However, when we know these truths about money, the loss of money, we become free from its bondage. On the contrary, we become slaves to our jobs, to the quest to make money, when we don't know the loss of money. Jobs, work take us into bondage, and we become slaves to money. And because of our quest to make money, our desire to make a living, to make ends meet, we sell ourselves, we sell our freedom, we sell our purpose, we sell our calling, our mission in life to just going to make money and put some food on the table. But when we know the law of money, we break from it and we work for God. We work for His purpose, for the expansion of His kingdom, rather than for money. We are taught only how to work. Unfortunately, today the world system today only tell you two things about money. They only tell us how to work for money, so that you sell yourself into making money and you become a slave to money. You're just working. That's one thing we are told about money. Work for money. Work. And they don't tell you that you can dominate money. So they teach you how money will capture you, how money will dominate you, how to become a slave to money by work. And then number two, even though there is dignity of labor, but that's when you are laboring for the good of man, for the good of God, when you are laboring to accomplish the purposes of God on the earth, to fulfill your calling. But what the word really teaches is that work for money. It's not for purpose, not for the purpose of God, not for the calling that God has upon your life, but work for money. That's what the word teaches us. Work for money. And number two thing they teach us is how to spend it. Spend money. So you work for money, you as a slave, money becomes your slave master, and then the next thing they tell you is, just enjoy. So they teach us how to make money, work for money, and how to be a slave to money. But they don't tell you like that they want you to be a slave to money. But that's just the way it happens. That's just the reality of it. They make us work for money until we become a slave. That is so unfortunate. Well, that's all I'll probably have to tell you today about money. Our calling in this world is to work for God, not for money, but to work for God, to work for the expansion and growth of the kingdom of God, to work for the fulfillment of our calling and purpose on earth, to dominate money so that we could, use that money we have dominated to do more of the will of God on the earth, and cover the whole earth with the truth and the righteousness of God. So that is what we are here for. We are not here for making money or for surviving, making ends meet. If you're trying to work for survival, you will be sold to slavery. You will become a slave of money. So, let me hear what you are thinking. I need to hear from you. Please write. I want to hear your comments. Please write what you think about this teaching. I need to get your report. And, all kind of people are writing all kind of stuff. They're abusive and things like that. But I want to hear those who have been blessed by it. Ooh. No. I accidentally blocked my friend. That is bad. I will have to go and unblock you. I will do that. So please write your comments. Let me hear your comments, please. Let me hear your comments, all right? What you think about this teaching. Let me hear your comment, what you think about this teaching. And I hope you are blessed by it. And yes, I want to hear what you think about it, okay? Please, I will be reading out what we all right now. And as we are doing that, please let's go and share the message. Let's go share the message with our friends. If you have not shared this message, please go share the message, okay? Let's go share the message with as many people as possible. Let's go share the message with as many people as possible. All right. So who is there? What do you say? You say Aline said she loves it. Is there any other person who loves the word they just got today? Let's see what you think about it. Tim Glasner said, thank you. Sherry said, shared. Okay. If you are blessed by the message, let's know that. That's what I want to hear. Thank God, Emerson said, from my heart, I appreciate your teaching, and God bless you really. Thank you. Tim says, excellent. Ernest says, I'm blessed by this message. God bless. Thank you. Adiola says, thanks for the message. Patricia Agbona said, the teachings are profound. Thank God for bringing to us at this time. God alone be glory. Yes. Stella says, I love it. David said, thank you very much. This is powerful. Okay. Oshuko said, this wonderful. God bless you, sir. This is wonderful. God bless you, sir. Tubi says, I'm very blessed. God bless you, sir. Logan said she's got it. She just missed it. Well, you can always go back to listen. We have the recording here. And also you can find the recording on my blog. On my blog, sundayatthelijah.com. Well, thank you everyone for what you are writing. And I will get back to you tonight. Tonight we will start another series, and the series will be on. Okay, Tiger, you are there, dear Parent Tiger. Please help me call Olukayode when the program is finished. That I accidentally blocked him, and but I'm going to find out how to unblock him, and so he should not get annoyed about that. If he's left out and he's disappeared, he should know what happened. I just accidentally pressed the wrong button, so I'm very sorry for that. I'm going to unblock him as soon as this finishes, okay? So, well, thank you everyone for your time. Nice to see you here. Nice being with you. I will be back again tonight by the grace of God, and I'll see you then. So please don't forget to go and share this message. This should be a blessing to somebody. All right? Let's go share the message. And if you want to join my Transformation Nigerian team, please go write me to pastor@godembassy.org, or you could write to Nigeria at sundayatthelijahfoundation.com. And if you don't have this book yet, Money Will Make You Rich. It will help you. You might want to go get the book as well. All right. Thank you so much. Blessings, and see you people tomorrow. Bye.